the gloved one is back. I'm going to keep going with this. I make this mistake every single time and I regret it for days because this stuff will literally just rip the skin right off your hands when I'm holding it under pressure trying to put it on the rod. I don't go under a lot of pressure for every single wrap. About every fourth or fifth time around, I'll just pull it tight and cinch back on the 5 prior wraps. And I'm going to work my way up. Nothing earth-shattering that I'm doing here. What my goal is here is just to try and let everybody know that there are other things that you can do besides building rods. And gaff building is going to be a great avenue that you can go into to put more customized product onto your boat, whether it's your boat or it's a gift for somebody else. It's just something nice to have. I started out doing this because during the last year, with the economic times as tough as they are, it was really difficult to get an order for a rod or two and then just walk away. So by being able to offer the custom gaffs, it allows me to have an add-on in the sale. Like for this order here, Nick ordered these rods and he wanted a gaff to go along with it. Years ago I would have said I don't have any idea how to do it, but I sat down and started looking into it and saw that it wasn't that difficult to do, and it had a lot of the same properties involved in making it that were involved in rod building. So and they go hand in hand. So to be able to offer that to the customer is a great, it's a nice little add-on that is enabling us to further the match set. So it's really a win-win. And every gaff I've seen out there that somebody buys from the store, they're all modified in one way or another. Everybody has their set ways that they want to have a gaff feel in their hands. So to be able to look at these different variations that people have out there and take the best of each one and roll with it is a nice little benefit. So you can see I'm working my way up. And what I'm going to do after this whole gaff is done, I'm actually going to take this down to the basement and coat this entire handle with polyurethane and let that spin overnight on my dryer in the basement. That's going to harden and it's not going to sag and droop off of the rod. It's going to stay nice and uniform all the way around the rod. But what it's really going to do is cement this cord to the shaft. A couple other ways that you can do it are to lay down epoxy, 5-minute epoxy onto the blank as you're working your way up, and just have it push up the rod and it'll coat underneath. I like putting the polyurethane on the outside because that way this cord will not gray or weather. So to be able to do that and keep it fresh looking, as well as the polyurethane does make it a little bit tougher and it gives it a little bit nicer grip. So I'm up to the end of the tuna cord and I'm going to peel that away. And keep going. Alright, so I'm about 10 wraps from the end. What I'm going to do now is I have a whip finish, a real big whip finish that is made out of the same rope, and I insert that on the inside. I'm going to bring this up onto the abalone veneer, pull it tight, then I'm going to cut this, insert it into the end of the whip finish, give it a nice pull, and once I get it all the way through, I'm going to take this and cut it, and that way I can just pull that cord all the way through. Cut that off and then straighten it up. And there we go. So that's my cord. When I come back, I'm going to have this front end already done. So these two ends will be matching. And then we're going to go into the Turk's head knots, and I'll show you how I put those on the rod and really dress these ends up and get them nice and sharp looking. So stay tuned, and I'll be back in a minute with the Turk's heads. Alright, I'm back. It's been about 2 hours now, and since I was on, the Turk's head knots are now in place. I lost count and I apologize. I just kept going and didn't realize I put the last one on. I was going to show it to you, but that's what they look like. That's one continuous strand that is woven into a knot, and you have to actually sit there and pull and tighten and do everything you can to get those things tight down on the blank. It takes a little bit of while to do it, but once you get them tightened down, it's well worth it. So I'm going to work my way down here. There's the other Turk's head knot. You can see the contours that I put underneath of the tape, or excuse me, the cord, the tuna cord, and down to the clean edge on the front with that Turk's head knot there. What's going to happen next is this entire gaff is going to get a coat of polyurethane finish, not the veneer but the cords, and when that happens, then the gaff will sit all night and harden and dry, and I still have to work those little gaps out and get those fixed, but this is the gaff. It turned out very nice, and I know it's going to be well received. So what I'm going to do on the next gaff presentation is actually do one that's totally custom, including the shaft and the head installation. You can see on this gaff that it's an AFTCO gaff, so the head is swaged on. The gaffs that I'm going to be doing here are actually going to be cemented in and then pinned, drilled on the drill press and pinned. So that's where we stand for now. But I'm going to be posting this up, and hopefully everybody find some value in it. Maybe I can spark some ideas in people's heads and get them going with that. So for now, I will sign off and talk to you all soon. And if you have any questions, please feel free to post them up as usual. It's gotten a little quiet on there. Hopefully I'm not putting everybody to sleep and boring you. Talk to you later. Bye.